I started already to unscrew and screw a little bit this frame back together because I needed to move it to the right a little bit because it was too much to the left, and also it wasn't very perpendicular with the rib of the bus right there. And now it's pretty straight, I think. Yeah. So, I'm going to screw it back now. Here we go. Oh, I think I did a pretty decent job with this. And I did replace some of the screws, which were these Phillips flatheads. But they did get a little bit hard to get out. So I did have to use a vice grip to pull them out, well, turn them out a little bit more. And I did replace them with, with these SPAC screws right here. And they worked beautifully, and they don't mess up that much, I'll say that. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to try and cut this little piece of the plywood flooring, the subfloor, because it is sticking up on the metal piece right here. So I'm going to use this jigsaw that, thankfully, I have neighbors that are able to lend me tools and know that I'm not going to mess them up whatsoever, but thank you so much, because that would have been another $100 easy. So thank you. So I did use the jigsaw at first. Then I had to use a drill bit right here to get another hole, because I saw that it was actually also the lip where I was going that right there. So I used a drill bit, a 3/8 drill bit, to make a hole so I could put the jigsaw blade back in and go this way, and then I just used a drill bit and it took the whole piece off. So this is right here, now it's right there, but yeah, it worked beautifully. Now all I think I really need to do is screw down this, because it's been like that for so long that it's just molded itself to be up. So if I just push it down, it goes right down in place where it needs to be. But I think I'm just gonna bolt it down or screw it down some more. I'm actually gonna show people in real time what I'm doing. So I found out that I just needed to push this down, and I used one drill bit, a smaller drill bit, to go all the way down and touch the metal and give it a little bit of an opening. Then I used these self-drilling screws, 2-inch, to keep going like I am here. And before I did it also, I drilled a little hole at the top for the head, so the head could fit nicely where it's not going to be any issue whatsoever. And you see it's sitting pretty fit right there. And that's just with one, but I'm always going to do two just to make sure of stuff. So there's no issue. You see now it's pushing up against the basically the metal part of the bus. So here we go. Now that one is in pretty tightly as well. It's still in the plywood, but it's underneath a little bit, so it's not causing any issue whatsoever, and it got into the metal bus. So there we go, and there's that, and that is pretty good, I think. So that's all fixed. So what I was doing right there was I was just cutting the excess plywood from the stairway in that was going over into the stairway. I cut that off, and then also I was trying to secure it more, because I found out the screw that I had attached earlier kind of broke itself off, and this was all that came out when I just did it. So it wasn't very secure, I'll say that. So what I tried to do was use the hex head 2-inch self-drilling screws. And the first one that I had, it just didn't want to do it either, and it broke itself. So I tried another one, and it's perfect now. So I'm glad about that. So now that everyone's at a different angle, so they can see, I'm trying to figure out how to use these cabinets and placing and everything, along with I have measurements right here with my wash machine, the cooktop, and the fridge. My thought is at least the fridge and the cooktop to be here, and then I'll have a sink right there as well. But my thought is I'm trying to figure out where I want the wash machine to be at too. I'll figure it out. So that was actually pretty simple for me to figure out. Yeah. What I think I'm going to do is, even though this comes over here and has like a little excess part, I'm going to cut this right here, basically in line with the frame, and that'll fit perfectly right there. And I'll cut the door a little bit less, because this is also going to be basically attached to this right here. And then this is going to continue all the way over to here, and that's going to be the end area of my cabinets. And then 16.5 by 23 would fit perfectly right here. And then also my cooktop is 20 inches long from front to back, and only 11 inches wide. So that's the area where it says to cut it. So I thought that's not going to do well. I'm going to have to extend, but no, I'm not going to do that. What I'm going to do is put the cooktop right here, where this is going to be cut off right at the frame. I'm going to have it from front to back here, and then have it 11 inches wide, which is, you know what, it's got a spare inch over that, so it's about a foot. So that should be good. And then for these tiny cabinets, this right here, 1 foot like that, and they're going to be right up here, and that'll be perfect. Like I said, I would definitely have to modify a lot, but that's actually pretty simple for me to figure out. But the only issue is that sink is way too big for it to be in this area, unless I have like an extension piece of the countertop, and it's an extension and it just keeps going to there. Unless I do that, because that would basically, you know what, hold on. That is 22, give or take. Alright, how deep is it? So it would be 33 right here, and it said 20, it would have to come out all the way to here. So that's a little bit too big for me. So yeah, what I'm thinking of is either I'm going to modify that sink, or I'll find another sink that's smaller that'll fit in roughly this area. So I'm going to start looking and also start planning. Here we go. I just went to Habitat for Humanity and got this sink for $25. Not bad at all. And what I'm going to do, what I'm thinking about, right here is what I want. I don't need that deep, but this should be fine. And what I'm thinking is, honestly, just putting it sideways so it'll fit pretty nicely on top of the cabinets with the countertop extension that I'm also going to have. It's going to go out to like right here-ish. We'll see how that works. And then also, what I'm thinking is I'm going to just cut this completely down the middle. Right here, completely down the middle. So, we'll see how it goes. I don't know how that turned out in the hyperlapse, but I think I did pretty good. I'm going to just file that down, make sure it's smooth. But this, since this is the flat with the right edges, right angles, it's going to be like that, and that's going to be like that. So that's fitting perfectly. And then also, I have this faucet over here, and all the pieces that I need to use to connect it. So, there we go. It's got a little bit of tension on it. This is going to work well for me. And I think what I'm going to do is just have this mounted like right here and have it so I can use it like that and just be right here on this side. And my cooktop will be over there. And right here will just be random. Well, you know what? Give me a second. Put it there. So cooktop will be here. And then this, a good distance away, will be that for my sink. Or I will put this over here. That seems like a better idea. And that way, I have a perfectly good sink. Alright, let's see what else I do. So, I just brought my Nature's Head composting toilet here to get a good view and measurement of how big my shower can be. So, what I'm thinking, let me move this a little bit so you can see, is having it put up like this, or, this is a big thing, or having it mounted like this, but then that also has to take into account, if you're sitting in it, how much could your feet go to. So let's just say use this insulation scraps as a marker right there, how long your feet could go to. So that's how long my feet could go to. But if I had it turned like this, you know what, let me redo that a little bit. Go ahead and see this, lift that up, and lift it like that. That would be good. There you go, just right there. So my feet would be actually a little bit further. So actually that would leave no room for the shower, really. So my thought is I would have it placed right here. That way you could honestly just lift it up and change out when you need to, and it wouldn't be too much of an issue. Like that, and it would be only a little bit over, so your feet would be basically right here. Right here. Oh, that was weird. I don't know what cracked, but okay. Be right here. So that's my thought. Maybe making this a little bit longer. Just getting it to like right here. And that's where that is. And yeah. Because I'm trying to figure that out now. I also thought right here kind of seems like the better option. So it would be right here. And that's perfect for it to be opened. Then closed. My feet would be right there. So that's not too far off. And I would just need to make the wall a little bit longer. It's right here. It's right there. And that'd be fine. See? So I think that's gonna be the day for me. So yeah, see you guys tomorrow.